spot something. Cris spotted several drums along the far side of the reservoir. They're in the water, and they look exactly like the ones in the video.
Gilberto Jeffrey M. Aguilar. Online, Eagle Eye Gil. More recently, producer and anchor of BNN.
That's the dude who pirated Seleni. He's got spreadsheet vibes written all over his face.
Actually, I tried setting him up with one of you.
Mom!
He wasn't even a little interested. Which concerns me because he's got a good eye for people. Ouch. In fact, he's got a good eye for everything. Gil is a man who can see things most people cannot.
Why do you make it sound like some kind of superpower?
People say power comes from knowledge. But do you know what knowledge comes from?
The internet? Nerds?
Knowledge comes from perception. It is the ability to see the world around you and pinpoint what's important. Your perception dictates the quality of your knowledge, which in turn defines the extent of your power.
So, he's good at seeing things? Why is that such a big deal?
Because, my dear little pups, your stunt at La Mesa is all over the news. His news.
News programs are supposed to be covering it. Wasn't that the whole point? Yeah, it's not like anyone can actually figure out we had anything to do with it. Right?
May I remind you that he was standing right there 2 days ago.
Wasn't he just asking permission to hire Seleni?
Seleni, who is now a reporter investigating La Mesa, who will be standing right next to you during every rehearsal and performance for the foreseeable future. Watching your every move.
Wait, so he knows?
Maybe. Or maybe it's all just a coincidence. Look at the facts. What do you see? Still looking at the world like you can fix it. Welcome to the big boy table, kid.
First of all, good job on yesterday's broadcast. Each of you stepped up where most would have just done the bare minimum. I had my doubts at first, but now I'm sure I hired the right people for the job.
Woohoo! Anna Banana does it again.
It was interesting.
Oh, you're a lot more sentimental than you let on, boss.
Don't get used to it. Now, let's recap the facts from yesterday.
A video claiming the city's water supply was contaminated went viral yesterday morning.
It was posted by an anonymous user called Salty Old Cherub, who claimed to be a former engineer of Musa, and had some convincing technical information proving that the water treatment process was subpar.
Musa released a statement claiming that the water quality tests continue to meet national safety standards, and that the recent rotational service interruptions are unrelated. They scheduled a press conference today to provide further information.
And then we found the drones from Salty Old Cherub's videos at La Mesa. After that, the police arrived along with a van from BEM.
BEM?
It's the Bureau of Environmental Management.
Cris, you were right. I was too quick to believe Musa yesterday. I'm not making the same mistake today. Engineer Patricia Dizon has some explaining to do.
Go get him. Just send me a draft of your questions before you leave.
Sure thing, boss.
Seleni, you were it wrong to be suspicious about Salty Old Cherub. La Mesa was pretty big, and even with the drones, it took us some time to find the drums. How did they find it? And how did they know it was a contaminant? Something's not adding up.
That's an interesting angle. Do you have any leads?
No, but maybe I can just ask them.
Haven't you tried that already?
I have an idea to get their attention.
Do I even want to know what you're planning?
Probably not, Chief.
People from the BEM took some samples from the drones for lab tests to find out what was inside. I asked them to tell me what they find.
And they just gave you their number?
Oh, I already had their number. They looked so tired and hungry last night, so I gave them some of the homemade egg sandwiches I made for the trip. They liked it so much, so I said I can make them more anytime. And then they gave me their number.
Did you just bribe a government bureau?
With egg sandwiches?
No. Wait, did I?
Well, I don't think there's anything wrong with giving people free egg sandwiches.
They were illegally good, though.
What about you?
Just going to the roof for a bit. I'm taking your advice and looking outside.
You don't think he's going to jump, do you?
Stop it.
The press conference of MUSA is scheduled for 2
There are
o'clock
still
later
questions
this afternoon.
regarding the water
Their
contamination
spokesperson,
allegations,
Engineer
which have
Patricia
sparked
Barleria,
significant public
from the
concern
public
and
utility
demand for
sector have
accountability
raised
from
concerns
local
about
authorities and
potential
the organizations
oligopolies and the
involved.
impact on service
Residents are
quality
seeking
and price
answers of potential health
prompting
impacts
calls
and
for regulatory
remediation efforts.
oversight and transparency.
Sir Aguilar?
Anna,
I was too excited for today. You also forgot your coffee downstairs.
thanks.
So, is this place your nest?
I suppose it is. For whenever I have questions.
The sky answers your questions?
Not exactly. This place gives me perspective.
Perspective?
Do you see that skyscraper over there?
The really tall yellow building?
Yes, that's Pioneer's Peak Tower. One of the tallest buildings in the country. It's the same building we can see from our office window, but from up here, we can see just how tall it is compared to everything else.
Huh. It doesn't look that tall from our office.
The view from our office isn't a lie, though. Neither is the view from up here. Both are just different ways to look at the same building. They're two different perspectives of the same truth. The more perspectives you try, the more of the truth you can see. Places like this help me remember that.
Finding the truth sounds even more complicated now.
You're absolutely right. But that's the reality. Like I said before, the truth can be a little complicated. But do you want to know a little secret?
Of course, I love secrets.
I'm not up here looking for truth.
Huh?
Up here, I'm looking for wisdom.
Wisdom?
What would you do if Musa was telling the truth all along? What if salty old Cherub was the one lying? What if both of them were telling the truth? Or what if both were lying? What should we do? How should we act? At the end of the day, the truth will always be the truth, whether we find it or not. What matters is what we do, with or without it.
Wait. But does that perspective and truth still matter?
Of course it does. Perspectives reveal truth, and truth is the best way to create wisdom.
But what about when you can't find perspective? Or truth?
We still have our wisdom. We'll always have that, which is why we should take every opportunity to improve it. So whatever happens, we can still move forward, whatever may come. We have a catchphrase for that here in BNN.
Bahalana?
Anna Banana does it again.